on is the fact that, first of all, whether or not Kawhi Leonard is going to, or how early he's going to return, that's the biggest component about the Los Angeles Clippers. The other thing is that do you expect them to fall off? I do expect them to fall off a little bit, and here's why. You were in the Western Conference Finals last year for the first time in franchise history. Ty Lue is clearly one of, if not the best coach in the NBA at this particular moment in time. I certainly believe in him. But I don't know if this roster is going to get you back to the conference finals because I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm looking at Phoenix, who's still going to be relevant. I'm looking at the Denver Nuggets with Jamal Murray coming back eventually. I'm looking at Utah. Obviously, they're the team to be reckoned with. And so when I look at the Western Conference, I would absolutely positively love, Perk, the Lakers and the Clippers to meet in the conference finals. That would be a dream matchup for me. Don't know if it's going to get to that point. I think that because of some personnel changes, because of the questionable health of Kawhi Leonard, I don't see the Clippers getting back to the Western Conference Finals.
Well, I mean, when I look at the Clippers right now, and I look at their roster, and I look at Ty Lue, one thing we know about Ty Lue is that he's one of the best coaches in the game today, and he showed us that last year in the postseason. He tends to get the best out of players. And when you look at Paul George, right? Paul George thrives well when he's the number one guy. And we saw his confidence take a tremendous leap last year in the postseason, along with Reggie Hot Sauce Jackson. That's what they call him in the locker room, Hot Sauce Jackson. We watched Reggie Jackson. He got his confidence. He said the Clippers saved his career. And we look at that combination and what they did along in the backcourt in the postseason. They were one of the best duos in the NBA. And then you add Marcus Morris, a guy that has proven to us that he could go out there and get you 17 to 20 points a night, along with Big Zubac anchor in the middle, showing us that he could be a live threat, protect the basket, rebound. You have Nicholas Batum, who's playing a role that he needs to play in, meaning not being a $120 million guy, but being a guy that could guard multiple positions, rebound, and knock down corner threes. And now you add an Eric Bledsoe, who needs a coach like Ty Lue. I'm looking at the Clippers. Will they be in the finals or the Western Conference Finals? No, but they're going to be right in the thick of things. They are still a playoff team. And when Kawhi gets back, because I believe that he will come back off this ACL injury this season, and he could get about 10 to 15 games under his belt before the postseason start, you better watch the hell out. The Clippers will be right there back in the thick of things in the Western Conference Finals.
Hey, Perk, let me ask you this question, though, as my NBA guy, right? You my NBA guy, so I'm coming to you. What?
What you trying to say? What you trying to say? I mean, I love Perk.
No,
what you trying to say?
Hold on, Stephen. Stephen A., I was going to get there to you, too.
Okay, all right.
As my other guy in the NBA, let me ask y'all something. I'm a billionaire, and I just paid two guys, not once but twice, to get me what? A playoff berth? I just paid Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. I got rid of Doc Rivers because we all felt that we needed to move on from Doc, which was the right move at the time, to hire Ty Lue, which is a hell of a coach, to get me what? An appearance in a conference final? An appearance in the playoffs? No.
Hold on.
Not at all. I paid to win it all. And they not coming close to winning it all.
Well, first of all,
the experiment. The experiment has been a complete failure, man, when I'm spending that type of money.
That's false, Keyshawn.
How so?
You got to let me answer you, bro. Got to let me answer you now.
Go right ahead.
Here's the deal. The first year was a complete collapse that they need to be held accountable for. They had a 3-1 lead in the conference semifinals. The Lakers were waiting for them in the bubble because the Lakers had handled their business. It was supposed to be the encounter we had waited for with Kawhi going up against LeBron. And they gave up a 3-1 lead. Then both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard folded in Game 7. Jamal Murray dropped 40, and that was that. Last year was different. Kawhi Leonard goes down, Game 5, Utah. They still pull out that series. And when they pull out that series, they advance to the Western Conference Finals for the first time without Kawhi Leonard. Your point would be valid if Kawhi Leonard hadn't gotten hurt. Because a lot of us believe that if Kawhi Leonard had not gotten hurt, they would have beat the Phoenix Suns and they would have been in the finals against Milwaukee. But that didn't happen because of an injury to Kawhi Leonard. If he never got injured, Keyshawn, your point is valid. Because he got injured, that's what happened.
Injuries happen in the game. There's no question about it, Perk, that they was on their way to something possibly special. But guess what? It didn't happen that way. So now when we're looking at it, Kawhi is out extended period of time. You say maybe late year, comes back, get healthy for the playoffs, whatnot. That may not happen. And what if it doesn't happen and I'm the owner and I'm sitting there to continuing to spend money to get to where when it's only going to get better, as you said, in the Western Conference? Y'all didn't even mention Golden State. Y'all didn't even mention that. Y'all
should have.
You didn't even mention. You just forgot all about them. Hey, look, Stephen A., you forgot all about them, right? and then the old team that shares the same arena with the Clippers. We ain't even mention them because they so old. We don't even talk about them.
No, I got them going to the finals.
I'm saying we just glossed right over the Lakers.
Yeah,
we glossed right over them.
The finals.
And when you look at that, come on, man, explain that to me.
Look, Stephen A., see, I can't believe you actually felt for the bait that Keyshawn dangled out there. He caught a big old catfish, and that was you, all right? You fell for it. He threw his line